Today's episode is brought to you by Babbel. Babbel's going to get you learning all them languages. Also, they're brought to you by Honey. Honey's going to save you some money online. Now, let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Cousin Crendor.
Cousin Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cousin Crendor in the morning.
Hey-oh.
Dizzydale.
Yeah-oh.
Crendor, come and you wanna go home?
I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a week off again. It's been an on-off week, but now we're back in the saddle.
That was
now.
our first official week off. We technically, except for when I was sick, we didn't take any weeks off.
Yeah.
That was our first week off in a while, thanks to the new year. But yeah, look, I was sick before that.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens, man.
Yeah, and then you had to go to the, what was it, MagFest?
Yes. Look, bro, let me tell you something. This week, I don't... The fact that I am as happy as I am just goes to my good-natured attitude. Because, my goodness, this week has been just... I discovered I think I have seasonal depression. I'm losing my mind. So, MagFest was fun. Just separate topic. MagFest was fun. It was nice to go off to MagFest and go see everyone. And I got to hang out with various friends and whatnot. And it was good. It was nice to be out and do stuff. But... while I was there, I forgot that back in LA, it has been raining pretty much every day since Christmas. It's wild. We are in some sort of torrential rain downpour season because it has rained almost every day.
Do you not like it?
It's fine at first, but after, things start to flood, it becomes a pain in the ass.
That's true, yeah.
Because our going back to that one I think we talked about before, where they poured the water on the different types of soil, and then when they poured the water on like the dry soil, it just didn't absorb. That's LA. LA, nothing absorbs. It just like water flows everywhere, and so I had to deal with that. Nothing terrible, just my feet were always soaked. So that, and none of my shoes are rainy weather shoes. You know what I mean? It's all like summertime, Jesse. So that sucked, but whatever. And then, because of rain, power issues and cable internet issues and all that stuff. Just like compounding factors. Then I realized because of the rain, I have been sleeping a lot. I'll sometimes sit in the dark in my apartment, just like hearing the rain in like covers. And I realize I'm sure that's like a thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm in hibernation mode. It's cold. I haven't felt this way in years. And I'm like, what if I just went back to bed?
Now you feel like the rest of the country.
I think I do. Plus, I'm not eating a lot. Today I went and made lunch and I ate like half of it and was like, what if I went back to bed? It's a weird place to be. I'm not used to this. We were supposed to have a fun week, but the day, or I guess within hours of when I was going to come see you, something happened. I'm still not quite sure. I looked it up online. So I had a flight to Crendor, got canceled. Not by me. I got a message saying the flight was canceled. They were going to give me a refund, and I was like, all I want is another flight. Nope. Apparently something happened. I tried to look it up. Something happened where potentially a dude made a mistake at the FAA or something, and a bunch of flights were grounded.
And yours was one.
Yeah, just so happened to be that I was one of them, which is awesome. And so that happened. And then throughout the week, just nonsense like that. And I realized that, man, I miss the sun. I always complain about it's so hot, man. It's so the heat. I miss the sun. Burn me, sun. I miss you. Oh, great sun god in the sky. I need you to come back because I'm dying over here. It's rough. I'm like, it's so cold and wet and damp.
It's weird here because it's actually been warmer than normal. It's like, and by pretty nice for me, I mean, it's been like 40s.
Okay, I was about to say, don't pretend like it's like, this is great weather outside.
Here's the thing,
Still,
I love
for
it.
me, I'd be like, Crendor, cover me in warm blankets.
No,
I
like
can't do that
40s
anymore.
and 50s is like fantastic. I love it. 50s with rain, easily my favorite weather, and then probably like a nice like sunny 70-degree day is like my, maybe like even like 60s and sunny is probably my next favorite.
I would love to know what you think, because right now, according to my computer, it's 57 degrees and raining. Would you love it here, or
Yes.
would you like me be like, I can't do it?
No, I'd love it. I'd actually be energized. Like
I-
legit.
I don't think we're the same person, dude. Oh, I hate it.
No, there's days I'll wake up, it's raining, and I'm like, dude, let's go. Like, I don't know. But here's the thing. Again, like, if it's too many days, I'd probably be like, whatever.
It has been too many days. It has rained, I think, every day, at least where I live in this part of LA, it's rained every day but 3 or 4. And some of those were while I was gone. Like, I left to get on a plane to go to DC in the rain and returned to even worse rain. I was like, what the? Meanwhile, in DC, weather was fine. It was like a little cold, but I brought a jacket, so it was fine. Everything was chill. Spent most of the time in a convention center anyway. It was
Yeah.
great. I had a good time. You know what? Forgot how much I enjoyed conventions. Love them.
Yeah. I think we used to go to so many conventions, get burned out, but now you haven't been to like any. So it's like, now
In
it's just really
years,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. I saw, actually, there's that study that JP linked on Twitter this week that said people that don't work as much as others and have more money are happier.
No shit.
Which, mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing study. You're like, hey, do you think if you don't work as much and have more money, you'll be happier? We should really do a study on it.
That's like, I saw a study that was like, people who sleep a very short amount of time are more likely to say they see UFOs and aliens and ghosts and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, because those people are hallucinating. They're not sleeping. And they're like, oh, man, I'm seeing ghosts, man. Like, go get a good night's sleep. Ghosts don't care about you. They got better shit to do.
Yeah.
Like, go to bed. It's the exact same vibe of like things you know, but I guess science had to really make clear.
Yeah. I was gonna say a thing. Oh, that's what it was. Because you mentioned the flight getting canceled. So the reason
Yes.
you were coming here is we were gonna go to Alinea.
This is our second. We're cursed.
We are cursed.
The first time you got COVID, this time my flight got canceled.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We went to Alinea, me and Toast, and it was not as good as the first time.
I hate that you say that, because even though it makes me feel like you're doing it just to make you feel better, which I just
I'm not.
Okay. You got to regale me with this adventure then.
It's okay. So we went, and if you missed the last one, you can just go back and listen to the podcast where I talk about my experience in Alinea. It was like May of 2021. So this time I was like, you know what, it's gonna be great. And then Toast was like, oh, because she's not a big like fine dining person like I am.
Sure.
So I was like, it's all right, it's good. The food's crazy, it'll be great. So sit down. Sitting near us is like another like couple on a date or something, and then a family of 4. That was like such a weird dynamic because they had their kids there, and their kids were dressed like, in Hunger Games, when they have the like crazy dresses and everything.
Oh yes, no, I'm very aware.
The
I
main
know
city. Yeah, they were dressed like that.
that party where they're like, if you puke, you can eat more. That one.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that. So I was like, okay, and so they were there, and then like another like couple on a date sat down. So we were like, all right, and we're sitting there. This guy came out as the waiter, he's cool. He's just like, all right, here we go. You've been here before. And I was like, I have, she hasn't. And then I was like, my business partner was supposed to be here, but he's not. And he was like, well, you'll still enjoy it. Ha ha. Right. He didn't sound like that. He sounded like a normal person.
I was about to say, like, who is this swashbuckler waiter you have? You'll still enjoy. Ha ha. And then he swung away.
So then they give us our wine. Wine. The wine was fantastic. If you missed out on anything, it was the wine. Wine was great.
Was it like was it a red wine, white wine?
Well, they start you out with a champagne.
Whoa!
All right,
okay.
They start you out with a champagne. I don't know. I took a picture of it, but it was a Champagne Lanois Grand Cru Reserve. It was champagne. It was good.
Sure.
Then we had like a rosé, which was like a French rosé. And then here's the crazy one. There was a Chardonnay. I'm not even a big Chardonnay person, but he was like, this is like one of the best Chardonnay producers in the world. And it was like an oaky, like barrel taste. Anything that tastes like barrel, I'm in. So
You love a good barrel flavor, yeah.
Yeah, it was like an oaky barrel-flavored Chardonnay, and it wasn't very like flowery or perfumey like a lot of them are. I was like, okay, that's really good.
I love flower and perfume. See?
Well, you wouldn't like that. Then there was some really good red wines. There was like a Spanish red wine that was. He was like, this is one of the craziest red wine producers in the world. I don't know. He was telling these crazy stories.
So how drunk were you by the end of this?
Slightly above average.
All right, that works.
Then there was
Could you get more wine? Could you say, can I have some more?
Yeah, they do a little bit. They're not gonna go crazy, but then my favorite one was a Tempranillo. Is that how you say Tempranillo? Tempranillo?
Well, how would I know? You're asking me, like, is that how you say this? I don't know. I've never even heard that word before.
I almost said I'm asking chat, like I'm streaming. So
chat, what do you think? Guys, what do you think? Leave it in the comments.
This place like makes their own barrels to like put the wine in, and then they do a thing where they take egg whites, and they use the egg whites to separate the acid in the wine. It was some crazy shit. But it tasted really good. But the thing is, like, it tasted like a good red wine. Like, I couldn't taste anything crazy about it. I was just like, this is a good red wine.
Was it was it an organic wine? Or, which, by the way, that still baffles me that there's such a thing. I just need everyone to know that LA is abuzz with organic wines. And to me, I was like, aren't they all? This is like when you find out that they're like, we're finally making real bread at Subway. And you're like, what the hell was it before? Like, that's the exact same thought process. You're like, oh, you've got to try our organic wines. What do you mean organic? I thought it came from grapes. But I guess it's how it's made.
I guess. I don't know. I think they might spray the grapes with less pesticides and stuff. Listen, I'm at the point where I don't even care anymore. I'm like, whatever. Just it is what it is. They probably still spray it with some shit.
Do it taste good. That's the problem, though. You're going to end up fat like me. You don't want that. I operate off a do it taste good policy, and sometimes the things I need to eat, it don't taste good.
This was Prado Enia Gran Reserva 2015 Muga Rioja.
Time out. Can you repeat all that, but with an Italian accent, please?
Prado Enia Gran Reserva Muga Rioja 2015.
Maybe it's Spanish. I'm not sure what the hell that is. Gran Reserva. Just add A's to things.
It is okay. It is from Spain.
Okay. All right.
Checks out.
Okay.
Then okay. The dessert wine. You would have loved the dessert wine.
I probably would have.
It was a Madeira, so you say it?
Again, wrong guy. I drink it, I don't speak it.
So it was, let's see, it was a port wine. And I guess, you know how they used to bring like wine on ships or like these like wines on like ship, I don't know, right? They'd go on a big voyage, they'd bring their barrels of wine.
Sure.
So apparently they would have their port wine, and this one, they would like have it go a little too long, so like the barrels would heat and expand, and then they'd like go back, and then he said it was supposed to be a white wine, and it's like over ripened. So like how an apple becomes oxidized when you leave it out. So like that type of thing. Listen, I don't know what he's talking about, but he's like, it's not as sweet as other dessert wine. So I was like, ooh, okay, because I don't really like sweet wine or sweet things in general. So I tasted it. It was great. It was like a caramel port wine. I don't know. It was really good.
It does seem like one of those, like a Portugal something.
Yeah.
Is what it seems. And I'm totally here for it. I love a good, like, dessert drink.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to say, but, like, I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of, like, desserts.
Right.
But you stick a little, like, sweetie boy drink in front of me, I'm here for it.
So those were the wines. I was like, all right, those were all really good. Loved them all. But the food, I don't know. It didn't hit. Like, it wasn't bad, but
What do you mean it didn't? Like, what about it didn't? Okay,
so
you
last
told me
time-
that it was, like, not as good, but, like, what about it wasn't as good?
So, like, last time, I ate, like, the Arctic char with, like, this maple glaze. Easily one of the best things I've ever tasted. I could eat, like, 500 of those. I could eat those for the rest of my life and be content. Like, that's what I was expecting. I was like, dude, this was, like, life-changing. I ate that thing, and I was like, I've never eaten a thing like this in my life. You know what I mean? And then, like,
Sure.
the crazy, like, Arctic char roe or fish egg. I don't even know what it is, but I was like, this is amazing. And there's, like, this crazy soup where you open one of those, like, Russian doll things, and there's, like, a crazy soup inside, and the soup tasted like rye bread and dill. Like, it tasted like
Russia,
a sandwich.
Yeah.
But it tasted like a sandwich. It, like, blew my mind. I was like, what?
Wait, so what did you get this time?
So this time, they're like, here's this. It was like a caper, lemon, onion, egg brioche thing. And I was like, okay. And I tasted it, and we both ate it. And then I was like, I don't really like it. And then she didn't really like it either. And I was like, all right, move on. I was like, you know what? Last time, the first thing we ate, I didn't really like either. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. Then it was this like fish soup thing, and they like drop an egg thing on top of it, and it like sinks in. Like, it was okay. It just was like a fish soup, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is the greatest fish soup thing I've ever eaten. Right?
Right.
And then they had this hot potato, cold potato thing, which was cold potato, black truffle, parmesan. So, I mean, I like black truffle. It's like pretty good in that, but it just tasted like a potato and cheese. And I was like nothing blew me away. I was like, it tastes like a potato and cheese. Like, I was like, okay, like, it's not bad. But
So
I'm
you're
not
looking
gonna,
for, like, transformative dining, and
Yeah.
it was just like a good meal, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. And that's I want more than that for the amount of money you're spending to come here. I think it's just the winter menu, because I think it's a lot of like cheese and cream type stuff they were doing, and I'm not a big fan of that. When I went last time, it was the summer. So I think it was
summer.
like fish. There's the crab.
Lighter.
Oh my god! Last time there's the crab soup. The crab soup was so good, you drank it out of a crab. This time it was like some fish soup they drop an egg into. And I was like, it's okay. I don't know.
We gotta do, like, a live show in the summer, so no matter what,
Yeah.
I'll be there early enough that then we can go do this thing, because all right, again, when you have time, tonight, tomorrow, whenever, go. I think it might be on HBO. I'm not sure where you can watch this thing now. Go watch The Menu. Go find The Menu. Maybe it's still in
right.
movie theaters. Go watch it. Imagine Voldemort wanting to own a high-end Michelin star restaurant, and then a bunch of people go there to kiss his ass, and then he literally brings them there because he's like, I'm going to kill all of you. That's the premise.
That does sound
It
fun.
is an amazing movie, because it is about, like, passion and cooking high end for people that are like, after a while you get to the point where it's like, I've tried all the things, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like, what left in your life is worth tasting? And I have this, there is this, like, weird section of TikTok. Oof. There's weird sections of Twitter too, but
Yeah.
TikTok especially, where it's like, I don't know if they're wealthy. Maybe it's fake internet wealth. You know how that is. But it's people who post their crazy, outlandish experiences,
Oh yeah.
but with absolutely no thrill in it.
Yep.
Where they're just like, this is the thing I did today. A once in a lifetime experience. It was whatever. But every once in a while, you come across something that you're just like, wait, what? And one of them was this girl going to, I think, like a 3-star Michelin restaurant, one of the best in the world, and her being, actually pretty excited to be there. But all the food, it reminds me of this experience because all the food was insane. One course was moss-based.
Moss.
Essentially, most of the food was either based off of, like, deer parts or moss. Every single course was either deer heart, deer lung, deer brain, and then moss. Just like edible moss. And I was like, all right, I don't know if this is one of those things where I don't get it or if all the people that are like obsessed with this are just so up their own ass that they think this is luxury. But I'm going to let you know, paying like way too much money to get multiple servings of deer parts and moss, not what I consider fine dining.
I mean, yeah, you can get deer parts for like not
I can go to the forest and peel moss and then like go down the street and get some hunters like extra. It was literally just like deer liver, deer heart, deer brain pate. Like none of not like a nice flank of meat. No. It was like deer droppings. Like what the? Honest to God, I think they just want to see what they could get away with.
Yeah, they probably did. There's a point.
It was
where
mind blowing.
Yeah, so it's then there's a black truffle romaine parmesan explosion, they called it, which was like an oyster shot, but with those things. And again, I was like, this just tasted like the potato thing I had earlier. It just tasted like black truffle parmesan. Probably because that also had black truffle parmesan.
Yeah,
so I was like,
double black truffled you.
I got the same thing twice. And like, listen, I like black truffle, but like, not like I like it in one thing. I want to keep eating that for everything.
Sure.
You know? And so then we had there's like a Wagyu beef thing. It was like chipped beef, but chipped Wagyu beef. That was probably the best thing we had, but it was Wagyu beef, so like,
Right, it's hard to,
Yeah, it's hard to mess that up. And then we had the thing where they throw all the food on the table. It was like banana split flavored, like, it was okay. It was their dessert, their fun dessert thing. And then we got the balloon, which is like they have a green taffy apple balloon. And there's like a bunch of people on the internet trying to eat these, and then they eat it and they get the helium and they're like, woohoo!
Right.
So I took a video of me doing that. I don't know if I'll put it on like TikTok or YouTube or somewhere. I'll put it somewhere of me eating the balloon.
Gotta put it on both, bro. That's how it works.
That's true. Put it on both.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then like by the end of it just felt like I think I was expecting. You know what it felt like? It felt like I saw a movie the first time that was really good, and this was the sequel. And the sequel just didn't live up to the first one.
This is what worries me about restaurants. Like, I will go to a restaurant and have a really great experience, and then convince everyone to come with me for the second time, and it's not as good.
Yeah.
And it happens with a frequency that I absolutely hate. Like, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah. It's like, it was just disappointing, because then like Toaster Woman was just like, yeah, it was okay, but I don't think I'd pay a bunch of money and wait forever to go here. And I was like, if I ate that, I wouldn't come back. It was like basing everything off the first time. And I was like, I honestly would have rathered they just served me everything I had last time.
What's interesting, I think, is it reminds me of that time that when we were at, maybe it was PAX South, maybe? Where we went out with all the different streamers and did that restaurant that was just us. It was only us in there.
I remember
the guy
that.
cooked for us and served. And the vibe there is one that I imagine is very similar to this experience, where it was fun, it was good, I loved the drinks, but every course was more like filling and like heavy than the last. So by the end of it, you were just oh. And it wasn't a lot. It was just so many different courses and a lot of fried things or a lot of things that had like fatty stuff in it.
Right.
And a lot of like heavier things. which I imagine because this is a winter menu, it's very similar to that, where it's just like, "Ugh." And if I'm going to do something like this, I agree. I would rather it be like fish or veggie based, or if we're going to do a lot of courses over a long period of time with alcohol, make it light. Like, give me light dishes, like little tiny baby dishes, and things that are like, here, try this wacky fish thing, or like, oh, we made a fermented fart into a liquor, like whatever the hell, like something weird that by the end you're like, you know, that was great. I love doing that. I don't feel like I'm gonna explode, and like maybe I'll go get like a hamburger. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't really a meal. It was an experience, like that kind of thing.
Well, like this wasn't like as insane as that, because I remember that because I was there too. This is like, you know, it was still like smaller portion, but the problem was just like it felt like everything was just tasted like cream and cheese. Maybe my palate isn't defined enough for this experience. The food we just ate. It was like the last time I was there.
Cream and cheese is heavy, right? Like cream and like, a lot of cream, a lot of cheese. As you were saying, truffle, like a lot of black truffle.
Yeah.
Black truffle is a presence in food.
It is, yeah. It is. It's wild. But like the last time I ate there, I felt like I had a better variety because we had like we had the fish, then we had the what do you call it? The crab soup. Then we had the like crazy Russian like dill and rye soup. Then we had a cabbage thing with like Parmesan and black truffle, but it was like it fit because it was like one thing, and I was like, oh, that was good. And then I never had anything like that for the rest of the time we were there, because then we had like the Hawaiian theme, so it was like a one of those crazy, I can't remember what it was. It was, you know, meat. They gave us meat, like the red meat, and then
like a
we had
luau
dessert.
kind of like.
Yeah, it's like a luau.
vibe.
It was like pineapple. They had like a dessert, like coconut.
Dude,
Like it just felt like everything.
That sounds good.
That's why I loved it so much the first time. I was like, this was great. And then this time, it just felt like nothing hit. But the first time, there was one dish. It was like a cauliflower, like something char meal, and I was like, that was okay. And that was really one of the only things I thought was okay. But it felt like this time, most of the things were that cauliflower thing. And so,
do you think you've just become jaded to the experience?
I don't think so, because if they would have given me the same stuff as last time, I would have loved it. I would have super loved it. But it was just, I think the menu just didn't do it for me. I'm sure, because I was telling Nick.
It's January in Chicago. I imagine the offerings are minimal, right?
Yeah, maybe. But I was telling Nick, because he was like, oh, I'd love that menu. So I was like, maybe it just wasn't for me. You know?
Maybe. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's palate based, right? And
yeah.
But again, like I said, if I'm going to go out and eat a bunch of different things, they're going to bring me plate after plate after plate. It can't be heavy stuff. It's like when we went, again, another Cox and Crendor exclusive, like when we went to that one Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
And all those streamers buying like crazy alcohol and like 15 different types of side dishes, and you and I are like, fools. It's all about the meat. And we were like poo-pooing all the trash meats. We're like, take that away. We don't want that. Take your chicken and go. We're here for the real deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just disappointing because I didn't get that same experience. Nothing hit is crazy, and it was just like, you know, it's you pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, I'm sad. I still would have loved to experience it and complain with you, but maybe I would have loved it. I have no clue.
Yeah. I still want to go with you one time.
I would love to go.
This is like this is the make or break when we go. Because now I've had one amazing, one very meh, and so like going with you, that's going to be the decider. That's the trilogy.
We got to like see how we can plan for it around also doing a live show.
Yeah, we do.
We got to come up with something. We got to like figure out something.
That would make a great live show as well, talking about that. Do it and then do a live show. That'd be amazing. Yeah. That would be good. So, overall, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I can't. What are you going to do? Again, let me just stress. The 2 times we've attempted this. 1, the day before you got COVID. 2, the day of, like, a flight got canceled. Like, madness. That's true. The world does not want us to do this. It can't handle the 2 of us at fine dining. And then when I went, it wasn't even that great. So like, it is cursed.
The whole thing's cursed.
Whole thing's cursed.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I don't know what else did I do. Not much really. I just been Warhammering, streaming, typical stuff, exercising.
Yeah, I feel that. Living your best life, doing your things.
Yeah, trying to recalibrate from the holidays.
No, me too. In that I've been sleeping a lot, so much.
Well,
I'm like last night, as an example, I went to bed. I don't know, 11 p.m. Woke up today at roughly noon.
that is too much sleep.
I'm aware, but like I woke up at a normal time and then looked at heard the pitter patter of the rain and was like, I don't even give a damn. I'm going back to bed, and I did, and I loved it. Slept for like another 5 hours. Don't even care. I'm telling you, I'm in a hibernation pattern.
There could also be signs of depression or exhaustion.
I'm saying it might be seasonal depression. It's not exhaustion because I'm hyped to work. When I'm doing this stuff, I'm having a good time. But man, when it's the weather gets me, dude, and I just don't care. I'm like, girl, just wrap me up in a blanket. I'll sleep through it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like a seasonal depression thing, for sure. I'm just
It might be, honestly.
But then, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It is rainy weather. Who knew? Usually I'm like, I love a good rain. But not this much must be the answer.
It's, man. I want what I wanted to bring up. This is completely off topic.
No, okay, yes, yeah.
But I wanted to bring up the AI Twitter thing.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about it more. You showed me this post on Twitter about these AI generated women.
Yes. Crendor and I, before we started the podcast, were sharing some weird stuff we had seen. Mostly it was me sharing to him.
Yeah.
But that NVIDIA broadcaster thing where the eyes look at the screen no matter what. So it looks like you're always looking at camera, even though you're very clearly not. It's very bizarre. And then that AI took us down the rabbit hole of insane AI-generated women, and they're very creepy.
Yes, it is. There's also AI-generated men right below it.
Yes. The men one, though, is less creepy because I think guys in general are just at a higher state of creep than women on a regular basis.
The guy in the fourth picture, he looks like a weird, creepy skeleton demon man.
Right, but there are so many creepy skeleton demon men in the world.
True. You're just used to it.
Yeah, you're used to it. You're like, okay, that guy's a weirdo, and you're used to that. But seeing extra creepy women, it's unusual. It's very disturbing.
Yeah, no, 100%. It looks weird. Like the one where she's got too many teeth and 12 fingers. Really is just and then the one with the green smudges on her arm, it's just weird uncanny valley vibes.
What's also weird is that after a while they all start to have the exact same eyebrow eye situation.
Yeah,
the bridge of the nose, eyes, that whole center of the face starts to look the same, and a real creepy one of us kind of way.
Yeah, and it's the cheekbone, their cheeks are shiny. It's they polished them up or something.
There is definitely kind of a cocaine chic vibe going on in these photos.
Yeah,
every girl is a little too thin, and her face is a little too bony. Just definitely, these AI are definitely into some drugs.
Oh, 100%.
These parties they're at, drug use happening for sure.
No doubt. AI drug use is occurring.
Yeah. We need to. This is one of the things we need to crack down on in this country. AI drug use is way too high.
So it's oh my god, one of the pictures, there's the third one down. There's this guy, and there's a random hand just coming out of nowhere. It's floating. It's a floating hand. It's creepy.
I hate the fact that if you go down far enough, the same guy who made this made one that is He said, I think I figured it out. The trick is updating your prompt to assert that God is dead. We killed him. And thus we alone are responsible for this twisted creation. Look at these ones. He made Simpsons ones. And the third picture is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It is like
Oh my
this
God.
weird half woman, half Simpsons character with two women next to her, and then like a camera that has like warped, twisted Simpsons characters on it, and it just looks unpleasant. And then in the background, there's like a fourth figure that is like half a person.
Yeah, it's like a half person, half like weird like shag carpet.
The last picture is of truly awful. You know that image of that girl who like laughs but her whole head goes back?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it's that. It's that thing,
Yeah.
that terrifying image, but it's multiple people. And again, a fourth person in the background, like, no, a fifth.
And he's just like, I'm here.
No, but on the other side, there's that weird creepy thing again, too.
Oh, yeah.
Is that in every photo, that weird creep?
I don't.
Dude. All right, it's not in the first photo. Although it might be. He might be
Also-
hiding behind that doorway.
Oh, yeah, he might. The girl on the left has 2 armpits, and her fingers are like quadruple jointed.
I absolutely hate this. It's very interesting to see that it's very clear that AI has been worked to focus on faces.
Yeah.
But everything else, like the one that has the 2 girls with their like crazy, way too big of a mouth, if you look at the camera, that's like 85 fingers on that camera. That is a centipede's worth of fingers on that camera. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Dude, yeah,
That
it's
is.
terrifying. Absolutely the worst.
The weird one too with the Lisa Simpson, the first one, she's got like a human body, but then like weird Simpson, she like morphs into Lisa Simpson. She's got 1 tooth, like just 1 single tooth. That is
Yeah,
so
someone
weird.
said that all the teeth in these are like Attack on Titan teeth. Like where the giant people have like it's like super bizarre.
Man, this is freaky.
Yeah.
No, like
Someone said the way they can tell that it's AI is because if you look at their teeth, they don't have 2 front teeth, they have 1 front tooth.
Oh.
And now I'm obsessed with this. That like most of them, like one girl definitely has 2 front teeth, but most of them have like odd number weird front. It's crazy. You know what? I will say for everyone terrified by AI art, at least y'all can draw hands. At least y'all can do things that like this is madness.
I don't like this. But you know what I do like?
You brought it up, and now you're gonna make me go to ads? You brought
I
it
don't know
up.
where else I'm going.
Well, you know what Crendor does like. There we go.
There you go.
Honey. Crendor loves honey.
I do.
Because today's episode is sponsored by Honey. It's the easiest way to save money on your phone or computer. How exactly do you do all that? Well, if you're like me, you go on your computer and you're looking for something to buy. You're like, oh man, I need this or this for the office or home or whatever. And you go on there. Like me, for example, we were out of like tissues and water and we needed more toilet. Like the office, we came back from break and we had nothing in the office. So we had to order a bunch of stuff. The good news is that Honey, it's just there for you, baby. And when you go to a website, when you're ready to check out, Honey's going to just bing, pop right up, and it'll search the World Wide Web for the best coupon for your purchase for that website. And the best part is it works on a lot of websites. And so you just press apply coupons, bing, bang, boom. It does all the work and you watch the price drop. Did it for me, saved $15. It was great. Easy, especially when you're trying to run a business. It's all about saving money. It works not only on your desktop, but also on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari, save on the go. It's amazing. If you don't already have Honey, the best thing you can do is go to joinhoney.com/Cox. That's joinhoney.com/Cox babbel.com/Cox. Also today we're brought to you by Babbel. Babbel is here to make learning a new language exciting and fun and honestly, just little bite-sized, easy language lessons that make you feel smart. That's really what it's about at the end of the day. When you're done, you don't feel like an idiot. A lot of the time, especially in high school when I was trying to learn Spanish and just in general trying to keep up with my Spanish, I always feel stupid because I suck at verbalizing it. I can read it, I can understand it, but all the past tense and the present tense and the almost and all the so much stuff, and I feel like I just don't speak it well fluently. The best part about Babbel is it guides you down the path to feeling comfortable with that. And that's one of the things I like about it the most, because as I take these lessons, as I go through this process, it's, maybe 10, 15 minutes, but it allows me and guides me to speaking it in a way that I'm comfortable with. And I don't feel like, boy, I screwed that up. Because the best part is, while other language apps are using AI for their lesson plans, Babbel has 150 experts in language. They are native speakers, not computers, and they do it in a way that's scientifically proven to be effective. They have speech recognition that helps improve your pronunciation and accent, which is all about what I need. And they've got 14 languages to choose from. There's so many ways you can learn with Babbel. In addition to just the lessons, there's podcasts and games and videos, stories, even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. All you got to do to start your language learning journey is go to babbel.com/Cox. That's BABBEL.com/Cox. Let's go to chapter conversations, guys. Crendor. Crendor, how's the traffic out there?
Oh boy, traffic is traffic.
Traffic is traffic? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
One week
there
off.
we go. Okay, now I see the traffic. There is traffic. Oh man. Unless you're trying to fly on a plane and then your flight's canceled and it is what it is. Also, back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. All right, let's go to weather.
Ooh, weather. Today's weather is brought to you by weather.
Well, that checks out.
Without weather, we wouldn't have weather.
Without weather, we wouldn't have a lot, actually. We would be a barren wasteland of a planet.
We really would. Thanks, weather. This is really just me delaying everything to try and find a weather request.
You don't say.
Listen, it's been 2 weeks. There we go. Okay. We have a weather request for Doncaster, South Yorkshire, England. My hometown. Doncaster. My hometown.
Don Cheadle.
Originally a Roman fort in the 1st century AD before becoming a Viking town, as seen in our football logo for Doncaster Rovers, a Viking. Louis Tomlinson from One Direction played for us once. We recently became a city after around 2,000 years during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. I don't know what that means. Another notable fact is that at least 2 of the most famous trains ever built were crafted in Doncaster, the Flying Scotsman and the Mallard. Those do sound like British things that would be created. Speaking of Scots, Doncaster could technically be part of Scotland following the Treaty of Durham in the 12th century, but was never reclaimed by England.
I need you to know, just as you said that, I went to go look up information about this town, and there's literally only 2 things you need to know. This is amazing.
Okay.
1, it is known as the Scottish town stranded in England. And this article is talking about how beautiful it is. The second article, Doncaster named in top 10 worst towns to live in for 2nd year in a row. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. Hey. Doncaster is twinned with Wilmington, North Carolina, as well as places in France, Germany, and Poland. I don't know what that means.
They're sister cities. They're just, they made some weird agreement between the mayors or something. It's yes, we'll be sister cities. Just so you can say a thing.
Okay. Well, the weather there. Whoppy, you take it.
Poppy activated, 37 degrees, Doncaster, England, United Kingdom, as of 1:17 a.m. GMT. Potential disruption due to snow and ice. High, 37. Low, 34. Humidity, 93%. Pressure, 29.21 inches. Visibility, 4 miles. Wind, 1 mile per hour. Sunrise, 8:11 a.m. Sunset, 4:16 p.m. Dew point, 35. UV index, 0. Moon phase, last quarter. 10-day. Variable cloudy with snow showers. Low, 34.
Variable.
Chance of snow, 60%. Monday, AM, snow showers, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Tuesday, 39, sunny. Wednesday, 40, partly cloudy. Thursday, 41, partly cloudy. Friday, 42, rain, freezing rain, alert. Saturday, 45, showers. Sunday, 50 p.m. shower.
50 p.m. Oh no.
50 p.m.
The guy, you can tell he was breaking down. He was just saying nonsense there.
Yeah, no, it's a little crazy.
The only article I can find about Doncaster is from 13 hours ago. Guitarist of Chumbawamba says they rejected £30,000 offer for song to be used in Doncaster-born Jeremy Clarkson's new show. So there you go. That's a thing.
Wow.
Learned a lot from that one headline. I don't even need to read the article. I learned everything I need to know.
Well, that's the weather.
That is the weather. Let's go to sports.
Sports. Oh boy, sports. We had playoff football. Woo! So we had the 49ers beating the Seahawks. We had the Bills beating the Dolphins.
Yep.
We had the Jaguars coming back from 27-0 down to win over the Chargers 31-30. And we had the Giants upsetting the Vikings 31-24, which wasn't really an upset to me because I picked them in my football podcast because the Vikings always felt like a fake team to me, and they were fake. I called it. Yeah.
I just want to point out for the record, I literally am just, no Steelers, I don't care. I don't care. Like, none of the teams that are left, I'm like, yeah, that's my team. No, I just don't care.
Personally, I'm cheering for the Bills, the Bengals, and the Jaguars.
No, F them Bengals. I'll cheer for the Bills. But the Bengals, no, they're going to bungle the whole thing. Watch it happen. Everyone's like, this could be the Bengals here. Watch them lose.
All right, well,
Watch them lose. They always do.
They're up 3-0 right now in the Ravens. First
Just
quarter.
saying. Watch them. They're going to find a way to lose. They always do.
I'd want the Jaguars or the Bills. That's what I'm cheering for. Bengals, I'll put it 3.
No Minshew, no cheer. Those are the
That's
rules
true.
for me,
Minshew's
Jags.
on the Eagles. You got to cheer for
That's
the
what
Eagles.
I'm saying. No, I can't do the Jaguars anymore. No Minshew. I don't care.
No Minshew.
That's what it is. The Minshew.
The Minshew.
The Minshew.
Over in basketball, we got the Celtics in first, the Nets, the Bucks, the 76ers, the Cavs, the Knicks, the Heat, the Pacers, the Hawks, and the Bulls in the top 10. Over in the West, we got the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, the Kings, the Mavericks, the Clippers, the Timberwolves, the Warriors, the Jazz, and the Suns in the top 10. And then in hockey, we got the Bruins in first, the Hurricanes in first, the Jets and Stars tied in first, and the Golden Knights in first by a couple points over the Kraken and the Kings. And that is sports.
Okay. What is our fact of the day?
Fact of the day.
Beep, boop, beep. I'm doing a lot of beep boop beeps today.
Beep, boop, boop. Boop, boop, beep. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Let's see. There's a lot of wacky facts here. Whoa, what? What the? Okay, I got 2 facts I gotta tell you.
Okay, I mean, when you get yourself worked up, what the? I'm here for it.
So first one, your funny bone is a nerve. The funny bone connects the shoulder to the elbow and also has an ulnar nerve running along it. This nerve is responsible for sensing feelings in the ring and pinky fingers. So actually, yeah, the funny bone, that's not even a bone. It's a lie.
I mean, yeah, but it is like maybe that's why it's funny. It's suspicious because it's not a bone. Isn't that a funny little bone? You know what I mean?
It's not a bone.
Right, but that's because you hit it and you think it's a bone, but it's not, and that's why you're like, what a funny little bone that is.
I don't like that.
I'm trying to sell this, okay?
So the other one, a little goofier, but more of a little bit of a interesting fact. A retired British admiral of the Royal Navy one day became excited due to headlines regarding the mobilizing forces of Britain. Excited to share this news with a college, college, the admiral quickly wrote a small acronym for "Oh my God" in his letter, OMG. Little did he know he had just invented one of the most popular acronyms of today's society in his letter to Winston Churchill in 1917.
Is this true? Is this like OMG?
Gandalf the Grey talked to Winston Churchill. Told him
OMG,
WTF.
Gandalf.
LOL.
Yeah, did Winston Churchill respond to LOL?
He definitely did. He's just like, WTF, LOL? You kidding me, bro?
OMG, WTF, LOL, JK. I know what you mean.
Isn't it crazy how like popularized those acronyms have gotten though because of the internet? Like back in what was it? Probably like the early 2000s. Like people started using them because of like instant messaging apps and everything. But then I still remember the first time I heard LOL. It was on AOL Instant Messenger, and someone said LOL, and I was like, I don't know what that means. I had to look it up.
There's some that I'm not sure of. There's some where it's like, oh no, what the hell did these kids just say? And I'll look it up, and I'm like, okay. Like currently, even though I know it's not, something I ever need to be concerned about, the fact that there's the people keep saying Riz, Crendor. I'm too old for this shit.
I don't even know that one though.
Oh yeah, man, Riz. Someone said it was charisma. But I still don't know. Dude.
I don't get that. I know mid. Right? You know mid?
I do
That's
know mid. Yes, I know when
Okay.
something's mid. Yes.
Yeah, mid.
But there's so much. Every time I think that I'm like, yeah, man, I got it. I'm up on the kids. I'll be in a conversation with people on like a D&D show or whatever who are clearly, early 20s.
Right.
And they'll say something like, oh, that Riz is on Doodah. I'm like, what the hell did you just say? By the way, on Doodah should be a thing we do.
It really should.
Damn, dude, that's on Doodah.
That's on Doodah. No doubter. That's a Doodah right there.
Yeah, dude, that's on Doodah.
Yeah, this is gonna keep happening. Then they'll get older,
Of course.
and then they'll try saying that's mid Riz, and they'll be like, "What are you talking about, old man?" And they'll be like, "Ah," and then we'll be like, "All right, you're in the club. Let's punch your punch card."
I wonder what will stick. Like, when people say for real or,
Right.
saying something's cool. Or,
Yeah, like
those
certain
things stick
things.
around. But there's other phrases like bodacious that people don't use at all. Right?
Yeah.
And I wonder what's going to stick versus what's not going to stick.
I could say I think sheesh. That could probably stick. It was like sheesh.
Yeah, I guess I could stick
That's a
around.
fun
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's gotta be fun like that. It can't just be like, I don't know, something like Doodah.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't even know how these things like happen. Like where they
Don't
come
look
from.
at me.
Is it?
I mean, if I had to guess, I would imagine rap, right?
It could be, yeah.
I
Just
mean, there's
songs.
nothing people like stealing more than from rap songs. That's
Yeah.
just a fact.
Or it's like just popular kids in schools just like get together and decide you know, what to do. It's like an
That's not
Illuminati
like
high
general
school.
populace. You know, like that's like maybe like a micro level in school.
Yeah.
Where like someone's like, that's so fetch, you know, but that
Right.
didn't become popular until it was put in movies.
I mean,
So-
you got to quit trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, you got to quit trying. I think that most of it comes from slang used in rap to rhyme things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And then they're like, "Oh, that's a thing, and I'm going to use that now." And then because like the cool kids who listen to the music say it, then everyone said like that kind of thing. I feel like that has to be it because again, like I said,
Yeah.
people love to steal shit from rap songs.
Like this says, where does mid come from on TikTok? Although the word may have been around previously, the use of mid is widely believed to have been popularized by a video of pro wrestler Maxwell Jacob Friedman dissing the Midwest.
Amazing.
That's I think just pop culture. Like it could be a video or a TikTok or just those types of things probably. So that checks out. So, you know, like music, like movies, you know, video, like just mainstream pop culture, I guess.
Now I got to look up origin of Riz. Damn, dude. It is a shortened word for charisma. But here's the thing. I was wrong. This is how I know we're old, dude. I was like, oh, it's clearly rap songs. No. Everything that we're talking about, TikTok. Popularized on TikTok mid-2021 by Kai Cenat. I don't know who the hell that is. Possibly coined as a phonetic term, shortening of charisma. And slang for one's ability to seduce a potential love interest. Boy.
Huh.
Sure. Meanwhile, this is why they suck though. This is why kids will always be little tiny baby children because they can't
Yep.
think outside the box. If you scroll down this page, you go past the noun, verb, derivatives, all these different things.
Right.
Riz, noun, additional options. Hedgehog.
What?
Or curl. I love curl. But also, I just want people to be like, you got no hedgehog, bro.
Oh, that'd be.
I watched you try to watch you try to flirt with that girl. You got no hog, dude. Why aren't we out there making words up?
Yeah, we should be the people. We like instead of ass, you start saying donkey.
Damn donkeys. Bloody donkeys.
Damn, look
Like
at that
that girl-
donkey.
Oh, but do you think that's how we got to badonkadonk? Like it
Oh,
was,
it's gotta be.
instead of ass, became
Yeah.
donkey, and then
Yeah,
someone was
donk.
like, donkey's too long, we got to call it a donk. And then
Yeah.
someone was like, that's a badonkadonk. That's like when we were at the mall, those dudes were like,
goober.
damn, she a goober, right? I feel
Yeah.
like that's when we were like, oh, a goofy goober's better, same thing as badonkadonk. There's a
Yeah.
donkey, and then there's that good ass, that badonkadonk.
Yeah.
I feel like
man.
we're both living in and discovering new things all the time. Very
I feel
excited to
like
be here.
We are the archaeologists of hip lingo.
Well, that's the episode. That's the episode title.
That's your facts of the day.
Archaeologists of hip lingo. All right, what is our big story of the day?
Big story of the day is dog stuck in tree rescued by firefighters after squirrel chasing mishap.
Okay, yeah. The dog got jumps, man.
I mean, look at this dog. All right, I'm gonna show you. He's not just like,
Is this the let me do it for you dog?
look at this dog. Like
Have you
he's
seen
up
that,
there.
Trent? That's such a tiny dog. There's a very weird trend happening on the internet now where it's I think Miss Piggy's voice going, "Let me do it for you."
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and that's it's happening everywhere. And I feel like every time I see a dog now, all I can hear is, "Let me do it for you."
We should be cool and like recreate all the TikTok things. That'll get us.
We should
hip.
really. That should be our thing. We like just you and I from scratch recreate every TikTok trend.
Yeah.
I'll do the background vocals, and you can just be the guy in the video.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll be like, na 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 na. Yeah, Yeah, I'll do that. And then you can do like the weird video thing. It'll be great. That's amazing.
Yeah. No, we're going to be TikTok famous in no time.
Yeah, that's us.
Talk about barking up the wrong tree. An Idaho fire department successfully rescued a pet from a tree this week with one unusual detail. The stuck dog was the animal was a stuck dog.
The stuck dog was an animal.
Dog was an animal. We didn't know he was an animal at first, but it turns out he was.
Hey,
well,
what's stuck dog?
Well, definitely not a cat in a tree. The Caldwell Fire Department wrote, accompanying photos of the canine sitting in the branches and a firefighter carrying him down. The dog's name is Izzy. His owner, Christina Danner, said in the comments, he got up there while chasing a squirrel, though Danner noted he was never even close to catching it. Perhaps he will not be so persistent next time in chasing squirrels. But how did he get so far up the tree?
Like, all right, so for those of you who cannot see this image, imagine the absolute highest possible branch.
Yeah, like the Hobbit where they're way up the top of the tree with the orcs trying to get at him.
Yeah, and they're throwing rocks down the orcs.
Yeah.
Exact same vibe, except it's a little dog all the way up, and there's no place higher this dog can go.
Yeah. I don't know, he climbed it. I don't even I can climb
I'm
up
impressed.
There. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen dogs jump. I've seen dogs do all sorts of things. I've never seen them actively climb to the crazy thing is he got up there, and much like if I would have done the same thing, I'm up here. This is where I live now. I can't get down. I'm not going to try to get down.
He's just chilling now. I guess this is where
He's
I
looking
am.
at the camera just like, it's a living. He just has this look in his face. He's like, yeah, take a photo. I know.
Though firefighters are often associated with rescuing cats from trees, whether they'll actually do so depends on the fire department and the circumstances. Last year, a cat named Hank in Washington, D.C. made headlines after being stuck in a 60-foot tall tree for 5 days. Woo. In Hank's case, the city fire department said they couldn't help him. Ultimately, workers with the animal welfare nonprofit Humane Rescue Alliance were able to rig a contraption using ropes and a crate to get the cat down. What the shit? They had like MacGyver it.
Do you think they like hooked the rope up and over one of the branches, pulled it down, tied a box to it, lifted it up, and were like, get in the box, cat?
They probably did. And he's probably like, all right. Cats have an amazing ability to climb up trees, but actually they aren't good at climbing down. Who would have guessed it?
Most things aren't good at climbing down.
Yeah. That's
if you look at climbing down, and just in sport in general, if like a guy climbs a mountain, the way he climbs down is he falls gracefully. Like he'll hold onto the rope and like bounce off as gravity takes him down. There is no like, I'm gonna slowly make my way down. No, gravity does that work.
That's the same as like people try to get into like caves. They're like, I can get into this cave, and then they get stuck, and then they're just stuck in the cave, and it's like, well, you're dead.
Dude, there's a video of a guy who's like, I thought this was going to be a bigger hole than it was, so I'm stuck in here. And it's like, bro, what? What made you think to do that?
No, I would never go in a cave. Never. You couldn't pay me.
I was very fortunate enough to do a thing for CD Projekt, which was in a mine. It was an event in a mine. It was like thousands of feet below the earth, but in a huge mine shaft that was open and felt like you were kind of in a building rather than a mine. But every once in a while, I would have like a minor panic attack. I'd have to close my eyes and just sit there quietly and just like refocus, because admittedly, you realize, oh no, I'm not in a building. There is no outside. There is one elevator shaft that got me here, and it is terrifying. Like when you're down in it, it's like a world famous mine. There's like banquet halls and like places to film and like beautiful places to explore and like natural water. Like it's gorgeous. Yeah. But also you are half a mile beneath. Like I don't know how far down. You are very far down.
Oh yeah.
And there is no out. There's one way out, and if you ain't going that way, and so it starts to hit you after a while. Like, oh no, I am beneath the earth. Oh no, I hate this. And so you just had to there's a lot of times during that few days where I was just like, find a chair, close my eyes, don't think.
That is, I would be freaked out. That's
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But there was like tours and kids. And there were parts where it was fun, where everything
Right.
seemed fine. But then there was parts where it was like, I'm alone in a cavern, and there's nothing here.
I think I just cave
all-
in any
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. But it had to be like, I had to refocus and be like, okay, it's been here for, hundreds of years and nothing's. It's fine. I'm worrying about things that are not going to happen. Stop it, Jesse. But there'd be moments where it'd be like, you hear a weird noise and you're like, I don't know what that was, and I have never been here before, and that's uncomfortable. Like, but then you had to work through it.
Yeah. So really, the moral of the story is don't try to do anything dangerous.
Right. That's the moral. And if you are, remember, gravity has your back.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll get you down to the ground. Don't worry.
A dog is an animal.
Yep. And animals are dogs. All right. That's it for us. Thanks so much for listening and watching. I'm enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We've got socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, all one word. That's where all these go up. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, comment a weather request so that we can get more weather stuff or something else. I don't know. Anything we asked you to comment about, I already forgot. Also, go to youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. That's where all the animations are. Wow, do the same thing over there, except don't comment weather requests there. We're not going to check them. Also, we're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. We're almost everywhere. And then check out our main things. YouTube.com/Jesse Cox, YouTube.com/Crendor, Twitter.Jesse Cox, Twitter.com/Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Twitch Jesse Cox, Twitch Crendor, Patreon Jesse Cox, Patreon Crendor, YouTube Warhammer Crendor if you like Warhammer, TikTok Jesse Cox, TikTok Crendor, and Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor was taken. Woo!
All right. That's it. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, to be continued.